The way you begin your morning often determines the way you live your life. While the world is asleep, your future is waiting. Think about that. If you keep waking up at the same time, doing the same things, thinking the same thoughts, and living the same routine, don't be surprised when your life looks exactly the same. But imagine waking up at 4 a.m. while the world is still asleep, no noise, no notifications, no distractions, just you, your goals, and the quiet opportunity to become someone better. Because here's the truth. Your future is being built in the hours nobody sees. Most people wake up and react. Successful people wake up and decide. They decide what matters, what must be done, who they want to become, and then they go to work. Success is predictable. It's not luck and it's not magic. It's hard work and discipline. Waking up at 4 a.m. won't magically make you successful. The clock isn't the secret. The discipline is. The commitment is the ability to keep a promise to yourself when nobody is watching. That's where transformation begins. Think about it. What if you gave yourself one uninterrupted hour every morning to read, to exercise, to learn, to plan, to build your dream? 1 hour every day for 1 year could change the person you become. And when you change the way you begin your day, you begin changing the way you live your life. So ask yourself, what could your life become if you stopped giving your mornings away and started using them to build your future? Today, we're going to discover why successful people value the early morning, how waking up at 4 a.m. develops discipline, focus, and purpose, and why changing the way you start your day can completely change the way you live your life. Let me ask you something. What could you accomplish if you had a few quiet hours before the world started asking for your attention? Think about that. At 4 a.m., the world is quiet. The phone is quiet. The notifications are quiet. The distractions are quiet. And for a few precious hours, you have something most people never seem to have enough of. Time. Not more time in your life, but more control over the time you already have. Success is predictable. It's not luck and it's not magic. It's hard work and discipline. Now, waking up at 4 a.m. isn't some magic formula. The clock doesn't create success. Your discipline does. If you wake up at 4 a.m. and waste those hours, you've gained nothing. But if you use those hours to read, to plan, to exercise, to learn, to think, to work on something meaningful, then something begins to change. Not just your schedule. You begin to change. Most people wake up and immediately react. The phone rings. Messages arrive. Social media begins. Work begins. Responsibilities begin before they've even had time to think about their own priorities. They're already responding to someone else's. That's a dangerous way to live, because eventually you can spend your entire day working on everyone else's priorities and still wonder why your own dreams aren't moving forward. But imagine starting your day differently. You wake up. You don't reach for the phone. You don't check what everyone else is doing. Instead, you sit quietly. You breathe. You think. You ask yourself, what matters today? What is the one thing that could move my life forward? What skill do I need to develop? What habit do I need to strengthen? What work have I been avoiding? Those questions can change a life. Don't wish it were easier. Wish you were better. The hidden advantage of waking early isn't simply having more hours. It is having undistracted hours, there is a difference. One focused hour can be worth more than 3 distracted hours. When your mind is fresh, your attention is stronger, your environment is quieter, and your priorities can finally become your priorities. That is powerful. Think about a person who wants to write a book. During the day, there are meetings, messages, family responsibilities, noise, unexpected problems. By evening, they're exhausted. They tell themselves, I'll do it tomorrow. Tomorrow comes. The same distractions return, and another week disappears. But imagine they wake early, before the noise begins. 1 hour, just one. Every morning, they write 1 page, then another. One day, those pages become chapters. The chapters become a book. The book becomes something real. That's the hidden advantage. Consistency in quiet moments can create results that become visible years later. Discipline is the bridge between goals and accomplishment. But here's the important part. Don't wake up at 4 a.m. just because someone told you. Successful people do. Wake up early. For a reason, have something worth waking up for. If you need 7 or 8 hours of sleep to function well, protect that sleep. Going to bed too late just to force yourself awake isn't discipline. It's poor planning. The goal isn't to worship the clock. The goal is to take control of your life. So if you choose to wake up at 4 a.m., make those hours count. Read something that makes you wiser. Exercise that makes you stronger. Plan that makes you clearer. Work that moves your dream forward. And sit quietly long enough to hear your own thoughts. Because sometimes the greatest advantage isn't doing more. It's finally having enough silence to decide what actually matters. One morning, you may look around and realize something has changed. You're more disciplined, more focused, more intentional. You don't feel like you're constantly chasing the day anymore. You're leading it. And that is the real advantage. Not 4 a.m., not the darkness, not the early alarm. The advantage is becoming the kind of person who can get up and keep a promise to yourself. Because when you learn to win the morning, you begin learning how to win the day. And when you win enough days, you eventually change your life. Let me tell you something. Waking up at 4 a.m. is easy to talk about. It is harder to live because the alarm is not the real challenge. The real challenge is what happens when the alarm rings and your bed feels comfortable. That's the moment discipline begins. Not at noon, not when you're motivated, at 4 a.m. When nobody is watching. The first rule, go to bed with a purpose. If you want to wake up early, you must respect the night before. Don't stay awake until midnight, scrolling through your phone, and then expect your morning to be productive. Preparation begins before sleep. Set the alarm. Prepare your clothes. Know what you're going to do. Make tomorrow easy to begin. The second rule, don't negotiate with the alarm. When it rings, get up. Don't say 5 more minutes, because 5 minutes has a dangerous friend. 10 more minutes, then 20, then an hour. And suddenly, your dream has been traded for comfort. The moment you wake, move, stand up, turn on the light, start your day. Don't give your emotions time to argue with your commitment. The third rule, know why you're waking up. 4 a.m. without purpose is just an early morning. You need a reason. Maybe you want to build a business. Maybe you want to become healthier. Maybe you want to study. Maybe you want to write. Maybe you simply want quiet time to think and plan. Whatever it is, make it meaningful, because a strong reason can carry you through a difficult morning. The fourth rule, protect the first hour. Don't wake up and immediately give your attention to the world. Don't begin with notifications. Don't begin with social media. Don't begin with other people's opinions. Begin with yourself. Read, think, plan, write, pray, or reflect. If that's meaningful to you, use the first hour to strengthen your mind before the world starts pulling at it. The fifth rule, move your body. You don't need a complicated workout. Walk, stretch, exercise. Do something that tells your body the day has begun. Physical movement can change your energy, and your energy changes your ability to focus. A stronger body supports a stronger mind. The sixth rule, work on your most important goal. Don't spend your best hours on meaningless tasks. Ask yourself what matters most, then work on it. Your dream needs your best energy, not your leftovers. Give your most important work, your most focused attention, even 30 minutes of deep work every morning can become powerful when repeated for months and years. The seventh rule, don't chase perfection. Some mornings will go badly. You'll wake up late. You'll feel tired. You'll lose focus. That's life. Don't let one bad morning become a bad week. And don't let a bad week become an excuse to quit completely. Start again. Tomorrow morning, the alarm rings again, and you get another chance to keep your promise. Remember, the purpose of waking up at 4 a.m. is not to prove that you're tougher than everyone else. It isn't about bragging that you wake early. It's about ownership. Ownership of your time. Ownership of your habits. Ownership of your attention. Ownership of your future. Because every morning you are teaching yourself one important lesson. I do what I said I would do. That lesson is worth more than the alarm clock. And once you master that habit, you begin to realize you can apply the same discipline to your health, your career, your finances, your relationships, your goals, your entire life. The 4 a.m. rule is really a rule about character. Wake up with purpose. Protect your attention. Do meaningful work. Stay consistent. And remember, the morning doesn't change your life. The person you become through discipline does. Let me tell you something. Consistency is powerful, but consistency does not mean ignoring your body's need for rest. If you sleep late, the answer is not always to force yourself awake at 4:30 a.m. and run on exhaustion. That's not discipline. That's poor judgment. Real discipline means building a routine you can sustain. You see, there is a difference between doing something once and becoming the kind of person who does it consistently. Anyone can wake up early for one morning. The real challenge is creating a lifestyle that supports the person you want to become, and that begins with preparation. Success is predictable. It's not luck, and it's not magic. It's hard work and discipline. If 4:30 a.m. is your chosen wake-up time, then protect it. Work backward. Decide what time You need to sleep. Create an evening routine. Turn off distractions. Put the phone away. Prepare tomorrow's clothes. Write down your priorities. Give your mind a signal that the day is ending, because tomorrow morning begins tonight. Don't make the mistake of thinking that waking up early is the goal. It isn't. The goal is what you do with the hours you gain. If you wake up at 4:30 a.m. and spend 2 hours scrolling through your phone, you've gained nothing. But if you use those quiet hours to exercise, read, study, plan, create, or work on your most important goal, now you're investing. In your future, there will be nights when you sleep late, unexpected things happen. Life happens. Maybe work runs long. Maybe your responsibilities take more time. Don't turn one late night into a war against your own body. If you haven't slept enough, adjust, recover, then return to your routine. Consistency is not perfection. Consistency is returning again and again. Think about an athlete. An athlete doesn't become stronger by destroying the body every single day. Training matters, but recovery matters too. The same principle applies to your mind. You need effort. You need discipline, but you also need enough rest to perform well. A tired mind doesn't become successful simply because the clock says 4:30. Don't wish it were easier. Wish you were better. Become better at managing your life. If you want to wake at 4:30, don't just set an earlier alarm. Set an earlier bedtime. Create boundaries. Remove distractions. Make sleep a priority. Then waking up becomes easier because discipline is not forcing yourself to suffer unnecessarily. Discipline is designing your life so the right action becomes easier to repeat. And when the alarm rings, don't negotiate. If you've had enough rest, get up, stand up, make your bed, drink some water, move your body, get into the routine. Don't spend the first 10 minutes arguing with yourself. Your mind will always have reasons to stay comfortable. Your future needs reasons to get moving. Then use that early morning time with intention. Maybe you read 10 pages. Maybe you exercise for 30 minutes. Maybe you work on your business. Maybe you study for an exam. Maybe you simply sit and plan your day. It doesn't have to be complicated. It has to be meaningful, because a powerful morning isn't about doing 100 things. It's about doing the right things. Remember, the goal isn't to say, I wake up at 4:30. The goal is to say, I control my morning. That's different. Your morning should serve your goals, not your ego, not social media, not someone else's routine. Your life requires your own rhythm. Find it, build it, protect it. So if 4:30 a.m. is part of the life you want to create, be consistent, but be intelligent. Sleep enough. Prepare the night before. Wake with purpose. Use the quiet hours wisely. And when life disrupts your routine, don't quit. Return. Because true consistency isn't about never falling off track. It's about always finding your way back to the path. And when you do that, morning after morning, you aren't simply changing your wake-up time. You're changing your relationship with discipline. And eventually, you're changing your life. Let me tell you something. You don't need to change your entire life. Tonight, you need to change one morning. That's where it begins. Because when people here wake up at 4 a.m., they imagine a dramatic transformation, an alarm, a cold room, a tired body, a difficult morning. And they think, I could never do that. Maybe they're right. Maybe you shouldn't. Start at 4 a.m. tomorrow. Start where you can succeed. Success is predictable. It's not luck and it's not magic. It's hard work and discipline. The first strategy is simple. Move your wake-up time gradually. If you normally wake up at 7:30, don't suddenly demand that your body wake at 4. Try 7, then 6:30, then 6. Move gradually until your routine becomes natural. You're not trying to defeat your body. You're training your habits. The second strategy, fix your bedtime. You cannot build a powerful morning with a chaotic night. If you want to wake early, your evening must support it. Turn off unnecessary screens. Stop endless scrolling. Prepare tomorrow before you sleep. Give your mind a chance to slow down, because the morning is created the night before. The third strategy, prepare everything. Don't make your morning a series of decisions. Put your clothes where you can see them. Prepare your workspace. Keep your book on the table. Write down your first task. Have your water ready. Make it easy to begin. The fewer decisions you make at 4 a.m., the easier it becomes to move forward. The fourth strategy, have a reason to get up. This is important. An alarm isn't enough. Your purpose must be stronger than your desire to stay in bed. Maybe you're building a business. Maybe you're studying. Maybe you're improving your health. Maybe you're writing your next chapter. Whatever it is, know why you're waking up. Because when your reason is powerful, your excuses become weaker. Don't wish it were easier. Wish you were better. The fifth strategy, win the first 5 minutes. Don't think about the entire day. Don't think about how tired you feel. Just get up, stand, turn on the light, drink water, move. That's it. The first victory creates momentum, and momentum makes the next action easier. You don't have to win the whole day. At 4 a.m., you only need to win the first few minutes. The sixth strategy, know what you'll do. Never wake up early without a plan. Because if you don't decide what your morning is for, your phone will decide for you. Write down 3 important things. Read, exercise, work, whatever supports your goals. Then begin quietly, without drama, without excuses. The seventh strategy, give yourself time. Don't expect to become disciplined. In 3 mornings, your body has a rhythm. Your mind has habits. Change takes time. Some mornings will feel easy. Others will feel difficult. That's normal. Don't judge yourself by one morning. Judge yourself by your consistency over months. And remember, you don't need to wake up at 4 a.m. to become successful. The real lesson is learning to control your time. If 5 a.m. works better for your life, use 5. If 6 a.m. allows you to sleep properly, use 6. The clock is not the goal. Purpose is the goal. Discipline is the goal. Progress is the goal. Becoming better is the goal. Discipline is the bridge between goals and accomplishment. So start small. Start tonight. Choose your bedtime. Choose your wake-up time. Prepare your environment. Write down your purpose. Then tomorrow morning, get up and begin. Don't wait until you feel ready. Read, move, think, plan, work, and repeat. Tomorrow, then the next day, then the next. Because eventually, what once required effort becomes your routine. And what becomes your routine begins to shape your identity. You stop saying, I'm trying to wake up early. And you start saying, this is who I am. That's when the real transformation begins. Let me tell you something. If you want to change your life, start by changing how you begin your day. Not because 4 a.m. is magical. It isn't. The magic is in the discipline. The magic is in the consistency. The magic is in becoming the person who keeps the promises they make to themselves. Success is predictable. It's not luck and it's not magic. It's hard work and discipline. Think about your morning. The first hour sets a direction. If you begin with chaos, you often carry chaos into the rest of the day. But if you begin with purpose, with clarity, with discipline, something changes. You become intentional. You stop reacting and start deciding. That's powerful. When you wake early and use that time wisely, you're telling yourself, my goals matter. You're telling yourself, my future matters. You're telling yourself, I am willing to invest in myself before the world. Demand something from me. That message builds confidence, not the confidence that comes from pretending. Everything is easy. Real confidence comes from knowing you can trust yourself. Don't wish it were easier. Wish you were better. Every morning, you have an opportunity to practice becoming better. Read and become wiser. Exercise and become stronger. Plan and become clearer. Work and become more capable. Reflect and become more aware. Small actions repeated every morning become habits. Habits become character. Character shapes your future. But don't misunderstand the lesson. You don't need to wake up at 4 a.m. to prove your discipline. If you need more sleep, get more sleep. If your responsibilities require a different schedule, build a different schedule. The goal isn't an early clock. The goal is an intentional life. You want to wake up with enough energy to do meaningful work and enough discipline to keep doing it. Imagine what happens when you protect one quiet hour every morning for an entire year. 1 hour to read, 1 hour to exercise, 1 hour to build, 1 hour to think. That is hundreds of hours invested in yourself while other people are waiting for life to change. You're using your time to change yourself, and eventually your circumstances begin to change too. Discipline is the bridge between goals and accomplishment. Your morning routine doesn't have to be complicated. Wake up, drink water, move your body, read something valuable, write your priorities, work on your most important goal, then begin your day. Simple, but powerful, because success is often found in simple things, done consistently. There will be mornings when you fail. You might oversleep. You might lose focus. You might break your routine. Don't turn one mistake into an identity. Don't say, I'm not disciplined. Say, tomorrow I begin again. That's consistency, not perfection. Consistency, the ability to return to the path after you've stepped away. And one day you may notice something remarkable. You're no longer waiting for motivation. You're creating momentum. You're no longer wishing for a better life. You're building one. You're no longer asking what the future will bring you. You're asking what you're going to bring to the future. That's the transformation. So tomorrow morning, when the alarm rings, remember, you're not simply waking up early. You're waking up to an opportunity to invest in yourself, an opportunity to move closer to your goals, an opportunity to become a little better than you were yesterday. Wake with purpose, work with discipline, protect your focus, and use your mornings to build the life you want to live. Because when you change the way you begin your days, you begin changing the way you live your life. Change your morning, change your habits, change yourself, and eventually you change your future. Let me leave you with this. Your life is built one day at a time, and every day begins with a morning. You don't need a perfect routine. You need a purposeful one. Wake up with intention. Protect your time. Invest in yourself. Do the work. That moves you closer to your goals. Remember, 4 a.m. isn't magic. Discipline is. The early hour is simply an opportunity to prove to yourself that your future matters more than temporary comfort. So tomorrow, when the alarm rings, get up, begin again, read, move, think, work, and keep becoming the person you know you can be. Change your morning, change your habits, change your life.